Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to Miss Dita and all of the students of Grade E. Welcome to our presentation video. Before we start presentation, let us briefly introduce our members of the group. First, Juan Pasanferon with 1907-10051.
My name is Gilbertus Vigo Cristino with NPM 1907-10060.
I am Christopher Harvey with NPM 1907, 1013, and 7.
Okay, today we will discuss our game design on the topic of life online. Our presentation is divided into three parts. First, we will explain first what life online is. The second, we will explain the problems that exist in Indonesia related to life online and the reasons why we want to solve these problems. And the third, we will explain everything about our game design and the picture of our design. Now, I will explain what is life online. Life online is one of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals established by the United Nations in 2015. The official wording is protect, restore, and promote sustainable use of terrestrial ecosystems, sustainably manage forests, avoid desertification, and reduce land degradation and biodiversity loss. The goal has 12 targets to be achieved by 2030. Progress of the targets measured by 14 indicators. Next. The 9 outcome targets include conserve and restore terrestrial and freshwater ecosystems, and deforestation and restore degraded forests, and desertification and restore degraded land, ensure conservation of mountain ecosystems, protect biodiversity and natural habitats, protect access to genetic resources, and fair sharing of the benefits, eliminate poaching and trafficking of protected species, prevent invasive alien species on land and in water ecosystems, and integrate ecosystem and biodiversity in governmental planning. The three means of achieving targets include increase financial resources to conserve and sustainably use ecosystem and biodiversity, finance and incentivize sustainable forest management, and the last is prevent global poaching and trafficking.
Indonesian people have a low level of awareness to protect terrestrial ecosystems. The community feels they do not care about the surrounding environment, especially forestry areas. Even today's acts of destruction of land ecosystem, such as forest burning, illegal logging, forest conversion into mining and housing areas are still frequent. Apart from forest destruction, Indonesian people often do not care about biodiversity. There are still many people who destroy the habitat and poaching wild flora and fauna for sale. Many Indonesians do not care about the environment because they are not educated since childhood to be able to respect the environment and biodiversity. Therefore, they think that it is not important to protect them, so they act arbitrarily and do not maintain the ecosystem properly. We want to solve this problem because we feel very sad if starting from children, adolescents, and the elderly feel that the terrestrial ecosystem is not something that must be protected. We will try to provide education in other forms besides community acts and activities. We think it would be useless if we could only advise them to safeguard it and carry out a movement for change in community activities because many have done that and it has proved futile. If they don't have consciousness, then nothing changes. Therefore, we plan to solve this problem by creating a game with the theme of life on land, which we will design it such a way as to make them aware of the importance of protecting terrestrial ecosystems.
So, this is our explanation of our game design. The name of our game is The Rescuer, which is true to its name with the theme of saving flora and fauna. The game has a logo as you can see in our presentation. Our logo is in the form of two rescuers who are embracing the earth as a symbol of their form in protecting living things and the environment in the world. Because our motto is environment is number one. Then the target market of our game is children and teenagers from all over the world of all age. The reason we choose children and adolescents is that we want them to have an awareness of the importance of protecting terrestrial ecosystem from an early age. And then the target market of our game is children and teenagers from all over the world of all ages. The reason we choose children and adolescents is that we want them to have an awareness of the importance of protecting terrestrial ecosystem from an early age. Also, the reason we choose children and teenagers is that they love games so much and we think this is the right way to approach the environment through what they love. So, making them a target market will be very promising.
Now I will explain the game plot of our games. This game tells about a rescuer who has developed a base to care for flora and fauna. First, we as player will create our own character that we will run in the game. At the beginning of our game, we will get some amount of credits or money. This money can be used for rescuing and developing the base, like building and upgrading the facilities. The facilities is captivity, plantation, hospitals, and laboratories. We as players will often come to another island to carry out certain missions. The main mission is to save endemic flora and fauna which are concerning and bring them to the island to be carried. This island is our base. After that endemic flora and fauna get better, we will return to their original habitat. When rescuing, we can also explore the island and we will be given a map to guide our journey. On an island, there are also some events when we explore, such as freeing trapped animals, rescuing injured animals, rescuing nearly dead or broken plants, beating hunters, and forest destroyers. When exploring, you will not be alone. There will be some NPCs that will follow you when exploring. There will be an animal doctor who will help you to rescuing animals, local resident who will help you to beat the hunters and forest destroyer, plant expert who will help you to rescuing plants, and police who will take the defeated hunters and forest destroyers, and then will give you some prize. Any event in the island that happen when you rescuing is randomly generated. Amount of plants and animals that you can rescue is depends on space in your laboratory, hospital, plantation, and captivity. The animals or plants that will spawn in the island is based on what island that you go. There will spawn a cosmetic animals and plant like river chicken, bird, grass, bush, and etc. But only endemic animal or plants that can be rescued. Example, orangutan from Kalimantan. When you go to Kalimantan Island, you only can rescue orangutan. Maybe like that. Every endemic animals and plants also have various amount of credit that you should pay and the rescue processing time when rescuing them. Also, there will some treasure that's found randomly in the island. Find it and you will get the reward.
So these are the buildings in our rescuing base. The first one is laboratory. A laboratory is a place for the process of saving previous previously discovered plants. During the plant rescue process, there will be two options. The first option is if the plant is slightly damaged, will be repaired in the laboratory and then proceed to the plantation for the recovery process. The second option is for heavily damaged plants. Then the plants will be extract into seeds in the laboratory and then planted in the plantations. The seeds generated from the extraction are random. The difference between the first and second option is that in the time frame, the repair process in the first option is faster than the extraction process in the second option. Processing costs and time also depends on the type of plant cell. The laboratory has a limited processing limit, which can be increased by level. The higher the laboratory record, the faster the processing time to save the plants and the cheaper the cost. To upgrade the laboratory, a certain amount of credit is required. When the laboratory is full, you will not able to be carry out the plant rescue process until the slot is empty. For now, the maximum laboratory can only reach level 5 with the number of laboratories that can be built in one base in one laboratory. Here is the level for the laboratory. And then hospital. A hospital is place for the process of rescuing previously found animals. In the hospital, the animals will be treated for a certain period of time and then transferred to captivity. Processing costs and time also depend on the type of animal being rescued. The hospital has a limited processing limit, which can be increased by level. The higher the level of the hospital, the faster processing time for rescuing the animal and the cheaper costs. To upgrade the hospital, a certain amount of credit is required. When the hospital is full, you will not be able to carry out veterinary treatment process until the slot is empty. For now, the maximum hospital can only reach level 4 with the number of hospitals that can be built in one base is 2 hospitals. So, here is the level for the hospital buildings. This is the captivity. Captivity is a shelter for animals that are in the process of recovery. Each animal has its own recovery period before it can be returned to its island of origin. The captivity has a limited capacity limit, which can be increased based on the level. The higher level, the more animals that can be accommodated. To increase captivity, a certain amount of credit is required. When the captivity is full, you will not be able to save the animal until a slot is empty. For now, the maximum captivity can only reach level 6 with the number of captivity that can be built in one island is 2 captivity. So here is the level or enhancement for the captivity. And then the last building is plantation. Plantation is a shelter for plants that are in the process of being planted. Each plant has its own growth period before it can be returned to its island of origin. Plantation has a limited capacity limit, which can be increased based on the level. The higher level of the plantation, the more plants that can be planted. To increase plantation, a certain amount of credit is required. When the plantation is full, you will not be able to save plants until a slot is empty. For now, the maximum plantation can only reach level 4 with the number of plantation that can be built on one island is 1 plantation.
Now, I will explain about the characters in our game. The first is the main character, which is the rescuer. Second, there is NPC, includes local residents, then animal doctor, police, hunters, forest destroyers. The forest destroyers that we mean is someone who burn forests, carry out illegal logging, and want to carry out illegal development. And then the last NPC is land experts. Now, I will explain more specifically about the main character. Players can do custom for character rescuers. Player can choose their own character appearance, starting from hair, facial hair, face shape, eye shape, eyebrows, nose shape, lips, and ears. Besides, players can add decorations to the face. Not only appearance, but players can also decide their own clothes. Clothes can be set of clothes or choose your own. To choose their own, players can determine the model of clothes and pants with available colors and patterns, and players are given the freedom to choose socks and shoes according to their wishes.
Now, I will explain the reward system in our game. The reward system in this game is that player will get an award when they do or achieve something in certain number or level. For example, you have rescued 100 animals or plants. You will get newbie rescuer achievement. This achievement will increasing your reputation level. If your reputation level increasing, you will be more known and more people will ask you for help or the more rescue mission. Now I will explain the game feature. The first is open world, free exploring when in rescue mode, random event when exploring, action or fighting when leading the hunters and the forest destroyer. Quest priority is to priority which animal you want to rescue first. Okay. The advantage of this game is to know how to preserve flora and fauna. Second is increase the sense of environmental care and add insight into flora and fauna, have compassion for animals, and the last is teaches us how to manage things. Now, how our target market will react to our game. We think the reaction of our target market will be very good. They will really like our game because our game has an interesting concept. Our game is fun to play because it provides a challenge for the player to be able to manage the base in their way so that the base can progress, find and rescuing animals or plants, and also beating hunters and forest destroyers. Besides being fun, our game is also educational because it carries the theme life on land, where in this game, players are required to be able to protect environment and take care of biodiversity because they can rescue animal and plant. And this is our game design. This is the base management mode. Is you can build and develop your base so you can rescue more plants and animals. This is the exploring mode when we're exploring an island. This is the example of the time when we rescuing the animals. In this case, this was in the Kalimantan Island or Borneo, and we was rescuing orangutan. And the last is this is the event when we beating the hunters and the forest destroyers. Okay, like that. This is our presentation. Thank you for listening.